I was a part of a cruel prank that was played on my friend and I still think about it 5 years later. I'm 19, so when this prank happened I was 14. Basically, our friend Tom decided we should prank our friend Penelope that Tom liked her because we knew that Penelope liked Tom and we thought it'd be funny. It was me, Tom and our other friend Hannah in a group chat and basically Tom would flirt with Penelope. And if Penelope talked to me or Hannah about it, we would just report back on the group chat what happened. This went on for 3 days before either Tom told her it was a prank or she somehow found. When she found, I apologized profusely for being a part of this. Even though I probably didn't deserve it, she forgave me and Hannah, but didn't forgive Tom for a while. Eventually she forgave Tom and a year later they started dating. And they're still together, so they got there happily ever after. Me and Penelope aren't friends anymore, for other reasons not the prank, but I still wish I could say I'm sorry and that I was slow for being in that prank. I should never have participated in that and called her a friend. It was cruel of me to do and I wish I could take it back, even now. I am in a fake marriage with my best friend. Basically my parents have been pressuring me to get married for a while and I didn't want to get married yet, so I told them that I am gay to avoid marriage. I was accepting them to be mad at me and not support, but instead they went and tried to find me a match. They found this guy 1 year older than me and he told me he isn't actually gay, he just lied so he doesn't need to get married. I told him me too and then like month later we got married. We made a deal to create a fake marriage for like a year and then say it didn't work out and we got divorced. Basically it's been 2 months since we got married and we're having the best time ever. We are just roommates and we have our own girlfriends, but we don't tell them we are married. Why would we, since this marriage isn't even real? Only place we need to kiss is like in front of our parents. Lol. I feel guilty though. Our parents ask us if we are gonna adopt baby soon. My parents found out my sister is gay and now I never want to come out. Basically I, F22, and my sister, F17, are both gay. We're out to our friends and to the rest of the world but not our families. Until last night, my mom came in my room and asked if my sister and her close friend were dating. I didn't know what to say at first, but I knew my sister would want me to tell the truth and I said yes. My mom just looked so sad and deflated. And I was really struggling because it felt so suffocating to be talking about it. All without trying to put myself and trying to comfort her when I was also mad at her reaction. I tried to convince her that it was okay and that my sister was happy and healthy and doing better, which was what was important to me, because it is. Quite literally her happened and health is all I care about. But it didn't seem to change the way she felt. She just kept repeating that it was unexpected and she didn't know what to think. After that she went to bed and I literally just cried. Because now it feels like I can never tell my truth without it being the nail in the coffin. Fast forward to today and my mom said that she feels deflated and she wants to just sleep and not wake up. I asked her why she felt so down and she confirmed she was still struggling to come to terms with my sister. She also spoke about being anxious about the family, because mine is quite homophobic and conservative as we're traditionally African and it seems to be the way they were raised. Also for context as well, my mom and I are closer than her and my sister, for no other reason than my mom and I just have more in common and my sister likes to keep to herself. I really hate this because not only do I feel like I'm in the middle of it, but now I feel like I can never come out. Because if this is how she what's reacted to my sister, what will she do with me? It's really messed with my head and I just don't know what to do anymore and I just want to disappear. The man who molested my friends and me was just killed, and I don't know how to feel. My parents shipped me off to an all-boys boarding school on a completely different continent when I was 8 years old and I was forced to stay in that hellhole until I was 18 years old. Today I read in the news this morning that my old housemaster was hit by a drunk driver and later died from his injuries. According to the news he was only 37 years old when he died, which meant he was younger than I am now when I started at school. Which feels so weirdly ironic to me because in my memory he was always such an old, scary, big man. I feel so insanely guilty that I've never told anyone what that man did to me or my friends. I feel so insanely guilty that I knew that it was still happening to the younger years when I left that school in 2018 and yet I never said anything. So many times I've written anonymous letters to the governments and the LA about him and just never sent them. Every time I try to expose him I just go into like a manic state. I feel like it's hard to explain, but I had to decide for myself that if I didn't just block that out I was going to kill myself. And so I took the easy way out and never exposed that horrible cretin for the nonce he was. And no, likely tens or hundreds of other boys like me have to live with what I live with because I was too scared, too cowardly to expose him and chose myself over them. I'm sobbing while I'm writing this because I just don't know how I can live with this guilt of allowing him to do that. Seeing the school Facebook page sharing the funeral fundraiser for him, and so many people saying what a wonderful and kind soul he was. While I sit here. While I watch the man who stole my childhood be praised as a great man. Fuck you. Fuck you and I'm glad you died. I hate my husband. I, 46F, had been married for 26 years. The first 20 years were absolutely terrible, physical, verbal, and emotional abuse. I left a couple times, went back, I'm dumb, not gonna lie. He cheated on me in the beginning with a co-worker/subordinate. Whatever, I didn't care, I didn't like him anyway. We were literally only together for the kids. Once I started working again I cheated too. After all the crap, I'm omitting quite a bit just in case, we finally got into a groove that was tolerable, if not pretty okay. I think I'm kind of a narcissist because despite things going okay, I'm not in love with him. I love him, but I'm not in love. I met a guy about 8 months ago and we've been together once a week ever since. He makes me laugh, he makes me smile, he is great in bed, he cheers me up when I'm feeling like shit, we talk every day, and I'm happy just hanging out with him without anything sexual. Of course, he's in a loveless marriage as well, but won't leave his wife for many of the same reasons I won't leave: financial, kids, job security, etc. We don't live in the same state. Here's where things get dicey. My husband was recently diagnosed with an incurable disease that will kill him. There is no cure, there are meds to slow it down, but overall, dude's gonna be dead in 10 years or less. I haven't shed a single tear over it, other than when I cried because of the hell I'm gonna go through during this time. Not because it'll be hard to see him die, but because I'm going to have to be there dealing with all the crap associated with this disease. Again, not going into specifics just in case. I don't have any friends, pretty sure I'm also a sociopath of sorts too, so I just needed to get all this off my chest.